The TinCaps are back after the longest break away from Parkview Field this season, and we've got a lot to talk about. This is the Core Report. Thanks for joining us on a new episode of the Core Report. We're up here in the J. Chapman Suite Level Lounge presented by French Lick Resort. Chris Darby, Morgan Olson, John Nolan back here after a little bit of a break. Good to see you guys.
Nice to see you too. We're back at Parkview Field finally.
That's right. Feels good, feels right. We have a lot to talk about. Obviously a lot coming up this season as we hit the mid part of the season. But there's a lot to look back on here in the last couple of weeks, both here at Parkview Field and out in the community, right, John?
Yeah, the TinCaps in partnership with the San Diego Padres recently had a very meaningful day away from the field. One of the ways in which the TinCaps really align with our Major League Baseball affiliate, the San Diego Padres, is having a shared commitment to serving our community. So today, our players, our coaches, our staff members are volunteering at a few different locations around Fort Wayne through the Rescue Mission, a local nonprofit organization that serves those in the area suffering from a homelessness crisis. So here we are at the Lighthouse right now distributing lunch to community members. We've got other members of our team right now at Charis House. That's a shelter specific for women and children, as well as a group over at the Treasure House, a local thrift store.
The Charis House, it's our shelter for women and children that are experiencing homelessness in our community. And one of the ways that the TinCaps are impacting the community right here is through putting some new mulch down, doing a whole bunch of projects for us today. And there's ways that you can do that as well. You can volunteer here. There's so many different ways that you can give back and make an impact right here in Fort Wayne.
Today was so great. We got out here with a bunch of the players. It's so important to the San Diego Padres, our main partner on our venture, and the Fort Wayne TinCaps players, front office, and staff to get out here. So we spent a couple hours at the Charis House, spread a lot of mulch around. Our players were so awesome, and the staff was so great doing it. It's really a chance to get out into the community, give back, but also get everybody to realize there's so much more going on than at the ballpark. We're incredibly well supported in this region, but we have the obligation and the opportunity to give back through TinCaps and Padres baseball, and that's what today was all about.
That was such a cool, special thing to witness firsthand, Morgan.
Yeah, it was awesome. I know that we were at the Treasure House, so you got to see guys clean the floor, different things of just organizing merchandise, going through and organizing all the bins and different things like that. So it was really awesome just to hear from the staff there of how much help we were, and our guys seemed to love it.
Absolutely. Back here at the ballpark, a big milestone. 5 million fans have come to TinCaps games here at Parkview Field downtown. We celebrate it in kind of a cool way.
Yeah, so we ended up honoring the Knuth family. So we found our 5 million fan as they walked through the gates. Ceremonial first pitch, ending on broadcast with John, some gift cards and different things, just put them through the VIP experience. It was really cool just to be able to see them. I know that their daughter was just bragging the whole entire time about it. So it was really cool to be able to just highlight a family coming through the gates.
Yeah, very cool milestone, and obviously it's been such a big deal to be able to have it was a big deal to bring the ballpark downtown, but to see the continued success and the continued amount of fans that come here year after year, we thank you guys so much for helping us reach that milestone. John, what's it like you to see that number?
Yeah, we love the crowd support, right? And it's extra meaningful for this to come just a couple years removed from losing our season amid the pandemic, limited capacity the last year or so. And at this point, Parkview Field not quite as old as Memorial Stadium was, and yet already more fans.
That's a very cool stat to hear. Wrapping up that homestand, our last homestand, Father's Day, we got to do something for the first time. Even though we have 5 million fans, we're still doing first things all the time. And that included playing catch on the field. We got some dads out there and toss the ball around with our kids. Cool to see on Father's Day, right?
Yeah, I definitely think that that was a highlight that not a lot of people get to do. But I think honestly my favorite part of Father's Day was your dad. Being part of the rhythmic gymnastics.
Yes, yes.
You really put on a show, so that was a really
Be proud, man.
It was a surprise, but at the same time, not shocking, I don't think. But the playing catch was awesome. We saw just so many cool moments between kids and dads and grandfathers down there on the field, so kind of a cool way to wrap up Father's Day and that homestand. Now, It's time to look at where we are now and where we're going. A lot of cool things. Some of my favorite theme nights are happening coming up here. Let's first talk about TV sitcom night with a special guest.
I am so excited. I say that all the time. I need to stop. I need to figure out a different word. But last year we hosted Leslie David Baker, who played Stanley from The Office. This year we are hosting Meredith Palmer, or Kate Flannery, who plays Meredith Palmer. So we were able to put together a bobblehead. So we've got Kate on her desk, got some different things with her flask, coffee cup, happy birthday on her desk, and then also the bat in her hair.
My favorite part is the bat.
It's the little things. So not only did we sell a VIP package for this, but these are actually available in our team store starting that night. So if you're at the TV sitcom night and want one, head to the team store, or after that night, they're there as well. She'll also be doing a meet and greet in our Lincoln Financial Event Center, free to the public, photos only, but it'll be super fun to be able to see her kind of connect with the community, do some on-field shenanigans and fun stuff, and just bring out her personality.
Yeah, and I think that's important to note that if you missed out on some of those VIP experiences, we will have those bobbleheads in the store, as you said, and you will be able to join us for that free meet and greet as well.
Oh yeah. While
that bobblehead cracks me up, I think this bobblehead that John is holding is my favorite that I've seen us turn out here, and this is for 90s night.
So 2 people from Fort Wayne, so we know this mascot pretty well. So we are playing as the Fort Wayne Wizards on our 90s night on July 21st. So right now we have a bobblehead package to guarantee yourself a bobblehead for the game. So it's $30 for a ticket in the seating bowl plus your Wayne bobblehead. Also available, whatever ones we don't go through on that bobblehead package will be available in the team store. And as well, our team will be wearing these awesome Fort Wayne Wizards pinstripe jerseys. We also have a hat to match, so that's one of our biggest kind of what the fans say is play as the Wizards, play as the Wizards. So we're doing it, and I love it.
We have been having a lot of fun discussions talking about what else can help make this 90s experience happen here at the ballpark, and we're very excited to share it with everybody who comes out here.
Oh yeah, it's amazing baseball.
That's right. John, yeah, what do you think about having the pinstripes, the throwback, and kind of going back to the 90s, John?
Well, it is funny that at this point in time, a lot of the players on our roster were not even born in the 90s, so it's not necessarily going to be memories that they've had, but yeah, for a lot of fans here, fun to reminisce, and throwbacks are always in style.
I really want to like give the players a bunch of like props and different things and just be like, what is this? And see if they know what like a skip it is or something like that. How do you work a disposable camera? So just different things. Like you said, they weren't born in the 90s, so.
Still will be a fun day, and it's going to be definitely a big crowd here at the ballpark, so make sure you get your tickets for that, TinCapsTickets.com. Let's talk about a couple other theme nights that are coming up that are more known worldwide, I guess. We have Marvel's Defenders of the Diamond.
Yeah, so July 18th we are playing as our Marvel's Defenders of the Diamond night. We have our Johnny Marvelized logo where he kind of takes on, he almost looks like Thor in a way, so really excited about that. We have our hats, we have our jerseys coming in, so just be able to play all the different things with Marvel characters.
And then after that, Paw Patrol, first time for that.
Yes, I'm very excited. I know my nephew's excited. July 23rd, we have our Paw Patrol night. So we are actually going to be hosting Chase and Marshall, which are 2 of the dogs from the show, here at the ballpark. So you guys will be able to meet Chase or Marshall outside of our event center and just get to know them.
Yeah. Cool things to look forward to here at the ballpark coming up. Obviously a lot going on baseball-wise here in the middle of the season. We're going to talk about baseball here in just a minute, and we're going to hear an interview with one of the TinCaps players with our Kids Club correspondent, perhaps. But first, real quick, a reminder, make sure you follow us on all social media. Just look for @TinCaps, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. You'll find us on all those platforms @TinCaps, and make sure you subscribe to @TinCaps on YouTube. That's where you'll find all of our video content as we upload it. Smash that subscribe button, right? Here's some questions from the Kids Club.
I'm Bo from the TinCaps Kids Club.
I'm Adam Major, pitcher for the TinCaps.
This is Kids Club questions. What was your favorite toy or game growing up?
I love playing wiffle ball in the backyard with neighbors, so I guess like the wiffle ball and wiffle ball bats. That was kind of my favorite game growing up.
Awesome! What was your first team?
My t-ball team, I think we were green, and I think we were like the Turtles or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's always something random, and then you get to like a certain age and it's like, okay, now we'll do baseball team.
What was your favorite post-game snack?
I love the gushers and like the juice boxes.
I like fruit snacks and Capri Suns. What was your favorite position to play as a little kid?
I loved playing shortstop growing up. It was the best because you were always in action no matter what was going on.
What was your favorite TV show as a kid like me?
I like SpongeBob a lot.
My favorite.
And Drake and Josh. Those were kind of my two go-to.
Join the TinCaps Kids Club today. It's free at TinCapsKidsClub.com.
Man, I love that segment, being able to see those players talk to our Kids Club members. Let's talk about the players themselves, though. We just wrapped up the first half. We're into the second half. John, how are things looking, or how did things wrap up?
Yeah, and as a reminder to fans, the minor league baseball schedule is divided into two halves of the season. So the TinCaps ended the first half really as hot as anyone, going 22-12 from mid-May into late June. Now that's it. The records reset. Got off to a good start, winning the first series of the second half at South Bend. And it was the Great Lakes Saloons up in Midland, Michigan, the Dodgers affiliate, who won the first half division title on the east side. Then the Twins affiliate, the Cedar Rapids Colonels, they won the West Division on the other side. But TinCaps are vying for a second half playoff spot now.
So we've gotten hot. I feel like we were struggling at the beginning, and now the guys are getting it. But if you had to name our MVP of the first half, who would it be?
Yeah, lots of candidates. Congratulations to catcher Brandon Valenzuela. He earned a promotion to AA San Antonio. For that matter, third baseman Marcos Castañon, a guy who's been top 10 in the league in batting average and RBIs. I mean, this list keeps going on. Jacob Marcy, the only guy in the entire league who played in each and every game in the first half of the season. Wow. He's led the league in runs, second in walks, up there at on-base percentage too. Jackson Merrill's been up there in batting average too of late, but got to go with first baseman Nathan Martorella, leading the league in home runs and RBIs, top 5 in OPS. He's really been a dude for the Caps so far.
That's awesome. It's cool to be able to see him kind of go along the season just like everyone else, like you said. All right, though. Pitcher. Who's the best pitcher right now?
Yeah, and I mean, it seems like at different points in the first half of the season, there were several guys who could earn the status of being ace and some of the best numbers in the league for Adam Mazur and Ryan Bergert. But man, it's hard to top what Jairo Iriarte did, throwing that no-hitter at Dayton. He recently had a game at South Bend with 10 strikeouts. So Jairo Iriarte, the top performer on the mound for the TinCaps so far.
I'm just happy that Marcy got that ball back.
Yeah. I was saying, that was one of the highlights of the first half, right? Was this no-hitter. So that was very important, a cool moment to see.
Yeah, that was a highlight early for the franchise. Only the third time that it's happened in 30 years. Another
highlight that's kind of more recent. A player got a special accolade, you said.
Yeah, congratulations to Jackson Merrill, the top Padres prospect. He'll be representing Fort Wayne and San Diego in Seattle coming up on Saturday night in the MLB All-Star Futures game. That's a big deal. It's only the second time in TinCaps history that a player is actively going off to the All-Star festivities to represent the TinCaps and the Padres, and so that's a tremendous honor for him. The top 50 prospects in baseball are out there for that.
Such a cool thing to see. I know a lot of us will be tuning in to see how he plays for sure. Let's talk about baseball here back in Fort Wayne, though. We have a matchup coming up here. What can we expect?
Yeah, taking on the West Michigan Whitecaps, the Detroit Tigers affiliate. They've been led by Jace Young, tied with Nathan Martorella for the most home runs in the league. Young was a first-round pick last year out of Texas Tech, but meanwhile, there's some new names to get to know with the TinCaps right now, too. It's that time of the year here, mid-season or so, where there are lots of guys who are earning promotions. We mentioned Valenzuela, one of the TinCaps, up to San Antonio, and now Robbie Snelling, left-handed starting pitcher, a top 40 draft pick last year. He was really crushing it with Single A Lake Elsinore, so he's one of the new guys here on the Caps.
It's always that time of year where you're like, you get to know the guys and you get halfway through and you're like, oh, it's awesome that you get to move up, but then there's some that you're really going to miss. I know Valley, he's awesome with just connecting with the community every single game, but we're really, really proud of him to be able to move up.
Yeah, for sure. And so definitely at the time of year where you want to double check the program, get the roster, and see who these up-and-coming prospects are.
They were so much fun to watch, especially towards the end of that first half, so we have nothing but optimism looking ahead to the second half to see how things will get going. Thanks so much for joining us here for another episode of The Core Report. Just a few reminders. One, there's that social media reminder. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Everywhere you're looking for us, look for @TinCaps. And of course, if you're buying tickets, make sure you're going to TinCapsTickets.com. That's the only official place to buy tickets to come to TinCaps games. TinCapsTickets.com. And for all information, everything we've been talking about here, the promotions, the team, everything beyond the walls of Parkview Field as well, make sure you go to TinCaps.com. Thanks so much for joining us on the Core Report. We'll see you out here at Parkview Field.